Welcome, Ice Hulk 2 and Justin. I see you just joined. Today we're doing a very special episode. This is an Ask Me Anything MCU edition, and it was actually suggested by one of you. I gave Matthew credit. Matthew Thomas on yesterday's stream was like, "Hey Grace, as you can see, if you don't have enough stuff to cover, why don't you do one that's just specifically about the MCU, both the movies and the Disney Plus shows." And I was like, that's a pretty darn good idea, Matthew. So we're doing this one, although I saw that Michael Edwards was like, why not a DCEU one? So we'll do a DCEU one tomorrow, unless there's like some big news stories that I'm going to cover. But I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. I would think that if they were really big, I'd just make a video. But yeah, so today will be all about the MCU, and tomorrow will all be about the DCEU. So that's what we're going to do. It just makes these Ask Me Anythings a little bit more fun. Hey Luke, let's just shake it up a bit. So before we get to questions you want to ask me, we'll go for half an hour, so we'll go till 5 o'clock, and then I'm going to review Ip Man 4. That's why this is late today. Hey Jake, thanks for joining. That's why this is late today, because I was watching Ip Man 4, and my schedule just got away from me, and that's why it's half an hour late. I apologize. So where's everybody watching from today? Natalia, we can talk about Daredevil. I know you love it. I love it too. Sure, Chico, we could probably do a Disney animation one. Slow mode is on. Godzilla vs. Kong. 30 seconds. I have to wait for you guys to catch up to me. It was always about a minute lag. Hi, Gabriel. Oh, Luke, I'm so happy you're here too. So Melanie is eating pizza in Modesto, California. That sounds wonderful. While Fidel is having pancakes in Memphis. I love it. Let's see here. Madeline is sitting by a blossom tree in Dayton, Ohio. That sounds really picturesque. Matt's in Michigan. Josh is in Illinois. I see someone from London. It's going fast now. I have it on slow mode. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's on slow mode. Yeah, it's on slow mode. I'm almost positive I have it on slow mode. Hey Terrence, thanks for joining. Cameron's working from home in Mississippi. Natalia's in Miami Beach. Oh, you're living it up on your sheltering in place there. Oh, Chris, I hope you don't have COVID-19. I hope you're okay, and if you do, I hope you're getting through it okay. Hey there, Waffles. Waffles is saying hi to Terrence. That's so nice. You guys are always so nice to everybody. Marco's in Switzerland. Luis is in Oklahoma City. Hey, Niska211. Collaborative Kiwi Studios is in New Zealand, fittingly. Mandela Butterflies out shopping. I hope you're being careful. To movie lover, you're eating McDonald's. I'm so jealous. I haven't been able to watch McMillions because I'm like, how can I watch McMillions without having any McDonald's? Hey, just Phil, and hey, Eloy. I'm like, how can I do that? And so I haven't been able to watch McMillions. Let's see here. Oh, AD, hello to you in France there. Becky says, pausing my online homework in Jefferson, Texas. Stephen, that's very nice of you to say hi to everybody. Guy is in Cheshire, England. Triffy is in Germany. Bethany, hey Bethany, is in Southern Illinois. Thomas is in Toronto. Oh, Chris, that's very nice. I hope you can get on the stream on Sunday too. Sundays are now a member call-in show. So every Sunday is the member call-in show. And I agree with Luke. Everyone stay safe. I'll do a couple more. Vic's in cloudy Los Angeles. Michael's in the UK. Michael Campbell. That scatterbrain is eating a cheesecake in India. Oh, I love it. That's a great combination. Joshua Selig is in the UK. Hey, Jonathan Giorgini in Toronto. Hey, Misty Rand. Misty, is that for Danny Rand and Misty Knight put together? Matt Clark's in Seattle. Brooks Ray Hammond is in South Carolina. Niska, that's very sweet of you. Let's see here. Max is in Derby, UK. Hey, the great Mr. Y. So many new members. We're gonna have a great conversation today. We always have fun on these streams. We have a very nice group of people who are members. And everybody, by the way, if you can't join in, hey Chuck, if you can't become a member right now, Chuck Bertowski, that's great. Hey Desiree. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you can join in at all. And I'm making all streams available to everybody during this time so that we can all have conversations together. Check Film Fantastic. You made it. So I just got my what did you get? Your glasses today. They're like mine? That's great. Hey, Adam Southward. All right, so I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. Since we took a little bit of time getting started, I'll go to 5:10 so you guys get the full half hour. So many people joined in today, a lot of new members. I want to try and get to as many questions and thoughts as possible. All right, so again, this is an MCU, Ask Me Anything, and tomorrow we'll do the DCEU to be fair, okay? I don't think comics are coming out tomorrow, so I'm sad. All right, 4:37, let's go. I don't know what Black Widow 2 you're talking about. I know that there are some rumors about the end credit scene. I don't know if I want that ruined for myself so early now that it's coming out in November. All right, Zachary was ready. Who are your top 3 MCU character adaptations? Bottom 3. You mean which characters do I think turned out the best? I think Thor turned out great. I really like Mantis. I wouldn't think Mantis would turn out so well. And Nebula. Nebula is a fantastic character. So happy with Nebula. Bottom 3? I feel bad that Pepper Potts never really materialized into like a full character. I feel a little bad about that. I'm upset that Gamora never has better fight scenes. That kind of bothers me. And I need another bottom 3. Sif. I gravitate towards the female characters. What can I say? I think Sif, unfortunately, just didn't work out. Mika, I'm very excited for Rachel Weisz's Iron Maiden. I'm curious to see I'm curious to see how if they become bad guys or not. Hate too much. That's funny. But yeah, I'm curious to see. There's so much actually hidden about that movie. I'm very excited to see it. Hey, Arjan. Yeah, Karen Gillan's fantastic. Godzilla vs. Kong. Thor 2 is crap. It's very bad. So the Gemini says Wakanda vs. S.H.I.E.L.D. Who wins? I think Wakanda. I think there's too much bumbling going on in S.H.I.E.L.D. Although there's no S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. They now have S.W.O.R.D. And when you put Skrulls in the mix, maybe even the playing field a little bit. But I think it'd be pretty hard to beat Wakanda. They're not only are they very technologically advanced, but they're very good at teamwork. They're good at being a good group. I would agree, Glalie Master, that Hawkeye is kind of underwhelming, particularly because of how funny he's been in the comics lately. I wish, Jeremy Renner, he has his fans. I don't know how many still after the allegations against him recently, although they never really were resolved. You have to be careful about he said, she said situations. We want to be fair to everybody. Innocent until proven guilty. So you want to be fair to victims too. But he's just not as funny as Hawkeye has been as of late. There's been some great Hawkeye comics lately, and the character just has a different vibe. Although they've never really given him a chance. So he's like, you gotta let me have my Disney Plus show. David says, what directors do you think should join the MCU? David Stevenson. Well, I'm very excited for Sam Raimi. I think it looks like he's going to get this Doctor Strange 2 gig. It still isn't signed, but I would think he's going to take it. I heard some stuff that like other deals were being delayed because of that for him. But I think that it's really exciting to see, usually to this point Marvel has taken newbies, people who never really got much of a foothold in the industry. So to take veteran directors and have them play around in the space, I think would be really cool to see. So I'm hoping I hope it's beneficial. You want an even slower Godzilla vs. Kong? All right, I'll make it a little slower. 1 second. I'll make it a minute. 60 seconds. That should do it. Okay. Mika says, Angelina, I don't know, I always see your questions, Mika. Angelina Jolie's MCU Wonder Woman thoughts. I think she's going to be tough to beat. I think she's going to be really good. I think that Angelina Jolie knows what she's doing when it comes to action. She's got golden armor, no less. I mean, I feel that's a little bit personal. I don't know why you would do that so much. To go against Wonder Woman like that. Hey, James. But at least Wonder Woman will get to go on screen first. I hope that Eternals trailer doesn't play before Wonder Woman comes out. I don't know. Golden armor versus golden armor. And I think that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is such a great character. I think she kind of rises above the MCU versus DCEU fricassee, right? Or fricas. And I would like people to leave Wonder Woman alone. But I'm curious to see how Angelina Jolie does in a comic book movie. Ari says, Was it a waste to have Kate Blanchett's Hela killed? I thought she'd come back for Infinity War. Such a shame. Yeah, especially because of Thanos' relationship with death. Although the Marvel movies are not very deep. Endgame came the closest, and I really loved it for that. But, Kevin Feige doesn't really want to make it too complicated. He likes to keep it simple. And who blames him at this point? It's extremely effective. But I would have liked to have seen Kate Blanchett's Hela come back and to, really be the goddess of hell as she is. I think she's a great character. And I would hate to think that she took the job because she knew it was a one-off. Hey, Chaos Emerald Star. She's the goddess of death. So just because she got killed doesn't mean she can't come back. So I hope at some point she can be encouraged to return. Hopefully, maybe Taika Waititi could stuff her into Thor: Love and Thunder somehow. I don't know, but I would like to see that happen. Daniel Mandler says, will WandaVision come out in December or will it be delayed because of the virus? They said it's coming out. They said it's coming out in 2020 and there's no later date than December. So I think we'll get it. I'm very excited for it. Waffle says the Eternals trailer will probably play in front of Wonder Woman because of the timing. Or the one and only Ivan. That's funny. Yeah, they are the same weekend, Waffles. I don't know, though. I think that that would be kind of even more insulting to play it in front of Wonder Woman. I think that's a little early for the Eternals, but maybe not. That would be really mean. If they played that trailer in front of it. So Bruno said, Grace, did you hear the rumors that Emma Watson is going to be in Doctor Strange 2? I did. She's too young to be a love interest for Benedict Cumberbatch, so I hope that's not true. I think Emily Blunt, because I see your question again. I think Emily Blunt, who's been rumored to be talking to them, I think she's more likely as a choice for playing Clea. Let's see here. What was that question? Glalie Master says, which Avenger from the comics would you like to see join the MCU, besides X-Men and Fantastic Four? You mean like who's left in the Avengers? I don't know. I don't really know. I think like there's no Avenger. Unless you're talking about like Wolverine or something. I guess I'd like to see She-Hulk. That would be cool. But they're already working on that. I'd like to see more Giant Man. I really like when Ant-Man fights with the Avengers because they find such clever ways to use him. So I would love to see get to do even more of that. Michael, I'm very excited for Black Panther too. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Ryan Coogler is really talented. Yes, Brett Davidson says, is Rachel McAdams not coming back for Doctor Strange 2? She is not, because the role doesn't have anywhere to go. It was a stupid love interest role. I think it's not a good choice. They're going to bring in a new love interest with Clea. I think there's no space for her, and it's just really a waste of everyone's time to have her in the movie. Stasio, I haven't heard anything about New Mutants. I'm really hoping they put it on streaming. But there's been no discussion of it. Well, I'll give you some tea. This is some tea, okay? So, well, it's not off the record because this is for everybody. But I heard some rumblings that Ezra Miller might indeed have been fired, or they're probably going to get rid of him. But we're not going to hear for a little bit. Let's see. I heard that Warner Brothers was not pleased yesterday. That's DCEUT, but whatever. Okay. Who is my favorite Marvel character, Braden? Ooh, I just really like the X-Men in general. I'm a big X-Men fan. I think they're just fantastic. I love the X-Men. I think they're really good. Michael Campbell, is the Venom trailer really out tomorrow? Let me see. It's MCU adjacent, I guess. Hold on. There's been people going around trying to do pranks saying the Venom trailer is coming out. And it's not true. I don't know, guys. I don't think that's true. Hold on. I don't see anything official about it. We'll see. Hey, Tony Holland. Very close to Tom Holland. Okay. Spencer, when are they going to bring back Betty Ross from the Hulk? That's a great question. They brought back William Hurt, right? Why not bring back Liv Tyler, right? I think that I would like to see her come back, but I think that if she's going to come back, it would be in the She-Hulk series, which is apparently going to focus on all the Hulks. So it's called She-Hulk, but it's really just a Hulk series, which seems like a little bit of a cheat to me. Let's see, I saw that. I saw those emojis. Lucas says, do you think Mysterio is still alive? I sure do think he's still alive. You don't flush a character like that down the toilet. Bruno says, Grace, what do you think of Liam Hemsworth as Johnny Storm? I don't think he's a good enough actor, to be honest with you. And because Johnny Storm isn't, I mean, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but because he's not related to Chris Hemsworth's Thor, I think it would just be too weird. I saw someone ask what my favorite MCU moment is so far. It's going so fast, I can't see who asked it. I can't see who asked it. I apologize. But my favorite MCU moment so far is probably the fight of the big three, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor versus Thanos in Avengers Endgame. You know, that was great. The whole fight. Just that whole thing with the three of them taking him on, and Cap picking up Mjolnir, and, you know, Tony finally doing the I am Iron Man situation. You know, that was just really great. Biggest misstep so far, Madeline? I think that they didn't do a great job with. Hey, Google, I'm glad your wife says hi. I think that I would have liked them to do a little bit of a stronger work with the female characters starting out. It's hard to really fault Marvel though, because they're just so successful, and I'm really curious to see what happens to them as they try to be a little bit more inclusive going forward. If they can escape all the criticism that other franchises have had to endure for that. Annika says, Avengers 1 or Endgame? Oh, Endgame for sure. I do love Avengers 1. That was like one of those rare times where I was like, this is exactly what reading a comic book is like. They've duplicated it. But I just really love Avengers Endgame. It's everything that I want in entertainment. It's like cinematic. It ties together a whole bunch of storylines. It goes into character exploration. It has consequences. They're high stakes. It's dark. But it's bright at the same time. I just really like it. Karen says, do you think that Wasp will level up in Ant-Man and Wasp? Well, I guess Ant-Man and Wasp 3, technically, right? I sure hope so. I don't like that they turned Wasp into like this wet blanket who nobody likes to have around, you know, who tells on everybody. I mean, she was so cool in the trailer, but unfortunately they put all her cool moments in the trailer. And I was like, well, did you save any for the movie? And she just always has a bad look on her face. I'm like, it's really, I think it's a little bit of character assassination for the benefit of Scott Lang, and so I don't like that. Noel said, how could they make Ant-Man 3 a bigger deal? I'd add another Avenger. They've had enough time on their own. That's really helped Thor Ragnarok, putting Hulk in there, so I'd give them someone else to play with. Even if it's maybe just an Avenger villain. Just give them a little bit of a, you know, more to do. They're too much in their own pocket space, you know? I think that would help a lot. I'd also get rid of Peyton Reed, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Let's see here. Diego says, favorite character in the MCU besides Tony? You know, I've come to really respect Cap. I didn't like him. I thought he was like, I felt like Tony did about Cap. I thought he was childish and immature and irresponsible. And I thought he was like, you know, he was, you know, too high on his high and mighty horse or a motorcycle. To understand the reality of the situations that he was actually interacting in. And I really hated that he killed all those people in Wakanda by accident when Scarlet Witch went out of control. And he was like, what do you want from me, man? Accidents happen. And then when they were like, oh, maybe some Avengers might get hurt, he was like, no! I was like, what happened to accidents, Cap? And he's like, those are only for other people. And I was like, I see you. But I thought he came together so well in Endgame, and I thought that his personal sacrifice and his journey was really amazing. It came to just make me like the character more and have a lot more respect for him. And I just really came. I mean, I get why people like Cap so much. I'm still Team Tony there. Let's see. Jico says, which Young Avengers are you excited to see on the screen, whether it is big or small? Oh, that's easy. Wiccan and Hulkling. I think that it's great. I think it would be so exciting to have a really strong LGBT couple in there. I think that, especially when you see what's going on with the Love Simon controversy, I'd love to see that kind of situation represented in something that was genre-y. And I think they're also really cool characters in terms of their powers. You know, Wiccan is basically like Scarlet Witch, and Hulkling is a Skrull who can shapeshift and does really cool stuff. And so I think that would be really fun to see. And I think that the genre of comic book movies could use those characters. Let's see here. Matt says, do you think Wolverine can make an appearance in Ms. Marvel? No, I do not. There's no way Wolverine is too big a character to appear on as a guest star on someone else's television show. I'd be even surprised if he got a TV show on Disney+. Although everybody would watch it, but I would more gravitate towards Storm and Rogue, as I said in my report. Maybe a Cyclops TV show, but it would be weird to do a Wolverine TV show. Although I would watch the heck out of it. I think it depends who they cast. Josh says, which X-Men members are you dying to see in the MCU? I really want to see X-Men who are not done right beforehand. Now, I'm committed to the fact that they're going to have Wolverine because he's just so popular. So fine, Wolverine will come back. I'd like him to be different than Hugh Jackman's portrayal. I'd like him to be shorter and gruffer. I think that would be great. But I really want to see Rogue and Storm and Cyclops done correctly. And, you know, with some dignity and their full powers and as main characters. The way that it's tragic that those characters were all sidelined, considering how iconic they are in the movies. Let's see here. Too Much says, do you think the MCU, your first question, do you think the MCU can tackle the Phoenix Force successfully? Those are great emojis, by the way. Those are fantastic. I think that no, they're not going to make any Phoenix stories for a really long time at this point. I mean, it's been done twice. You know, it's just too many times, and people aren't going to want to see that storyline again for a while. It was even technically 3 because they teased it at the end of X2. Big Witch, I would love to see Jodie Comer in the MCU. I just want to see Jodie Comer everywhere. She's so talented. I just love the risks that she takes. She and Betty Gilpin are really talented right now, and they're not getting enough work. Griffin says, who would you want to cast Samara Weaving as in the MCU? I could see Mystique. She'd be an interesting Mystique. The only problem with Samara Weaving is she does look so much like Margot Robbie, so it's a little bit distracting. I think Mystique would have a bit more of an edge to her, so I think that Samara Weaving could be like a good Emma Frost, maybe. I think she has that like kind of aristocratic kind of look, you know, like an Ice Queen, you know, the White Queen. So I think she'd be an interesting choice for that. Dazzler, I guess, you know, if you want like an obvious one. But yeah, I love Emma Frost is another character that, you know, you're like, Emma Frost is fantastic. Please don't take what, I don't even remember her name anymore because she doesn't work enough. From, yeah, Jodie Comer would be a good Emma Frost. Hey, William Mason. You know, Betty from Mad Men, she did a horrible job. I didn't see Steven's question. Oh, Nathan, I said that Shira Haas, who's the star of Unorthodox right now, she's an Israeli actress, would be a fantastic Kitty Pryde, a.k.a. Shadowcat. Sean, I agree. Victoria Pendretti's Rogue would be excellent. She has a good look for that, I think. She's very good at the tragic quality. You're right. Thank you, Melanie. January Jones. Jico says, how will Ms. Marvel fit into Captain Marvel 2? I don't know if she will. Brie Larson might just show up in the television show. I mean, I think that, you know, it's very early days for to take a grain of salt with anybody saying like, oh, this is what's going to happen in my movie. I mean, it's just being written right now, so we'll see what actually happens. Although Captain Marvel 2 does now have a date, but it's pretty far away. Oh, Dennis, Vampire Jubilee, never. I hate Vampire Jubilee. It was a stupid idea. I'm not a fan. Mackie says, who would you cast as Cyclops? I'm not sure, but someone cool. I'd have to think about it. I did a casting video about who I would cast as these characters about a year ago. But, you know, it's constantly changing who's a hot actor. Oh, so you gotta look at their Twitter accounts. I think Simu Liu, who I really like and has a good look, is a little goofy and a little too aggressive and trying too hard on Twitter. I think you should dial it down a bit. It's a little uncool. If I were Kevin Feige, I'd be like, don't tweet so much. Let's see, yeah. Although having just watched Ip Man 4, I'm like, Shang-Chi, I'm so excited. Hey, Ruben. Elliot, I put it for a minute. I guess I could put, okay, I'll put the stream at 2 minutes. That's going to really delay it. I've never delayed it for that long before. Let's see what it does. Let's try it. Did it go in? Did it get slowed down? Yep, there. Slow mode is on every 120 seconds. Let's try this. Google, do I think that Rogue will permanently depower Captain Marvel? I do not. I don't think that will ever happen. Because I think she made $1 billion. She's good. Stephanie says, what year do you think that Guardians of the Galaxy will come out, in my opinion? Oh, that's good use of emojis there, Stephanie. I'm not sure. I think that, it's not dated yet. We're already through 2022. Right now, slow mode isn't broken. It's just so many people are on here. That's what it is. But what it is that I think James Gunn is just focusing right now on who is it? On the Suicide Squad. It's not broken. I'm doing everything I can. I can't make it slower. Godzilla versus Kong. I'm going to put you in a timeout if you keep saying slow mode is broken. Hey, Alex. You guys, slow mode. Okay, let me explain how slow mode works. Slow mode only says how many times you can put in a comment. If everybody's writing comments, it's still going to go by very quickly. All right, Vader's pet pig. Time out for you. All right. Takes a second for it to register. All right. All right, I'll put it on super slow. I'll put a really long, ridiculous thing, and then you will see how you guys see how it works, okay? There. Let's see if that works. Well, it takes a moment for it to register. Okay. Steven says, squeakly squeak, who will be the next Avenger to die? Do they ever really die? I'm not sure. I think it's going to be Yelena in the Black Widow movie, to be honest with you. I don't think Florence Pugh's making it out of that movie alive, which makes me sad. Let's see here. William says, hi Grace, what do you think of the mutant X gene being seen at first as a disease instead of genetic? Maybe a mutant X pandemic, like ripped from the headlines, right? Until they find out it's genetic. I think that's an interesting idea. I liked the horror take that they took with it with Fantastic Four, and that they're kind of doing with New Mutants, right? That it's a curse. At least maybe that's how people see it at first, that your powers maybe are horrific instead of a wonderful gift. So I think that's a cool idea. So I would be open to exploring that. I just don't, as I've said before, I'm not sure how the X-Men are going to fit. I don't even think the X-Men have ever fit in with the Avengers in the comics, so I don't see how the movies are going to be able to do it. Mike, I think Robert Downey Jr. will 100% be back. He might just be back digitally for a while, but now they have the multiverse. I think for sure he's going to show up in Doctor Strange 2 in another dimension, so he'll be there for sure. And so the question is, will one of those versions stick around? I mean, you can't keep Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. down. Stasio, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I haven't heard anything about New Mutants. Barbie says, do you think that Captain Marvel or Black Panther will lead the Avengers? $1 billion crown. Yeah, I think probably one of them will lead. I think it should be Wasp, quite frankly, because she was the first leader of the Avengers. And she's already very difficult, not very nice, so she's a great leader. She'll make the difficult decisions, right? Hey, Daniel Reese. So I think she'd be a great leader, but it's probably going to be somebody who, of course, is very popular. I don't think that Black Panther can do it because he's already leading the nation of Wakanda. He can't be divided like that with his time. So Captain Marvel, coming from a military background, would be a great choice, but she's also never had a leadership position in the military either. You know, she didn't get very high up. But she'd be... I have to tell you, I think Brie Larson can be just as annoying as others, but I still think she's a good choice for that. David Stevens says, do you think the Spider-Woman movie will be rolled into the MCU? I think it'll be like all the Marvel properties, where like Amy Pascal's like, it's in the MCU, and Kevin Feige's like, I guess it is technically, but I'm not touching it. I think that's how it will continue. Cedric says, who's your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy besides Nebula? I do like Nebula. You're right that she is my favorite. I guess I'd have to go with Rocket Raccoon. He's hilarious. I've come to really like that team. I liked the second Guardians of the Galaxy. Other people did not. I like Mantis, too. I like everybody on that team now. Hey, Liam, I came to really like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm excited for their third film. Sam, I'm hoping Phase 5 is about Secret Invasion. I hope there's a lot of Skrulls running around. I love that stuff. Who's a Skrull? It's going to be so great. Godzilla vs. Kong. I will slow it down this much tomorrow for the DCEU one, I promise. Josh says, do you think that Sony will do a Spider-Gwen movie with Haley Steinfeld? I don't know. I'm not sure. I would prefer they did a Miles Morales movie, quite frankly, first. Let's see. I think everything's slowed down so much now, it's a little hard for people to make decisions. You know, production. Liam says, which Phase 4 movie are you the most excited for and why? I think Doctor Strange 2 right now. I'm really excited. Hey, Tyler Mitchell. I'm very excited about Sam Raimi, as I said, joining a big movie, a Marvel movie like that. I love Doctor Strange. Ever since he went full Doctor Strange in Infinity War, I'm like, I need to see him do more stuff. I love the first movie. I like Benedict Cumberbatch in the role. I like the idea of playing with different dimensions. I'm excited for Scarlet Witch to go off the deep end. I mean, the movie has everything. Aneka says, do you think the MCU is expanding too much? I do have a concern about television shows, to be honest with you. I do think these first two are excellent. I think taking these secondary characters who will never get the time in the movies, like Bucky or Falcon or Wanda, doing them on the small screen, I think was really a smart idea. But I think introducing new characters makes them seem a little bit too much like the Defenders to me on Netflix. So I don't know if this is going to work out. Although I think people are just so hungry for Marvel content that they can just throw it up wherever they want to get it, and that's fine. It'll work out. That's very sweet of you, Francisco. I don't know why one of you just recommended Rosamund Pike. I don't know why Rosamund Pike never caught on. She just never caught on for some reason. She must have like a personal issue. I mean, she was so good in Gone Girl, and just nobody wanted to hire her. It's very odd to me. I mean, she was having a baby at the time, and that slowed down Gal Gadot, too, post-Wonder Woman. But Gal Gadot made up for lost time. But yet, Rosamund Pike never did. LDD says, do you think Elizabeth Olsen has the acting abilities to play a Scarlet Witch gone mad in the House of M storyline? Oh, for sure. She comes from Art House Films. She's very talented. I think she can handle that no problem. Mika, I'm very excited for Blade. Now everybody's saying it's going to be an October movie. I told you it would be an October movie a long time ago. It's the obvious place to put it. And that's they have one October date reserved. It's obviously for Blade. Stephanie, there will be a new Spider-Verse movie. They're going to make Spider-Verse 2 for sure. Well, I don't know who Keanu Reeves is going to play. My only concern with Keanu Reeves is that he's always Keanu Reeves. I don't really see him taking on a different persona. Although Samuel L. Jackson's always Samuel L. Jackson, and he's a fantastic Nick Fury. So if they could find a character that had that kind of quality to it, and it was, I can't see him being a lead, but I can see him coming in and out. But I mean, he's making a new Matrix. Well, I'm so happy that Carrie-Anne Moss is in that, by the way. So I think Keanu Reeves doesn't need Marvel. I think he's got his own little empire. Tyler, the version of X-Men that, as I've said before, I'd like to see is the second one that came in, who had more of an international cast, because I feel like they've already done the original X-Men too many times. So I'd love, hey Jonathan Lorio, thanks for joining. I'd like to see it be the X-Men, when they reintroduce the team with Storm and Nightcrawler and Wolverine and Cyclops, Colossus. I think that would be a better choice. No, Mika, I wouldn't hire Keanu Reeves and have him have no face as Ghost Rider. That's craziness. Keanu Reeves is Professor X, Glalie Master. That's hilarious. I don't see that, but it's very funny. Gigo says, what would it be like to see if Marvel ever make an A-Force film or show? After Birds of Prey crashed and burned, I don't think they're going to make an A-Force movie. That turned out so bad that I'm like, I wouldn't go there if I were. I think Kevin Feige's got enough other stuff he's trying to accomplish, and that just was rejected by everybody. So I don't think he's going to make it for a while. You already did a little nod to it. You can feel good. You check that box for now. It's good. Yeah, Jason, add Emma Frost to anything. It would be better. Hey, Anna. Brett says, is Thor Ragnarok still your #1 MCU film? What is your top 5? I can't really name my top 5 off the top of my head. I think Avengers Endgame is my favorite film now. Thor Ragnarok would definitely be up there, along with Black Panther, and probably Winter Soldier. I really liked Winter Soldier. And maybe Doctor Strange. So maybe that would be my top 5. I suspect Black Widow is going to be really good, though, so I'm excited. Stephanie says, could you see Chris Evans in a Star Wars movie? I really could. I like Chris Evans a lot. I think he's very likable. So political. The fact that he can be so political and people still like him is impressive. So I think he needs another franchise. If he doesn't get another franchise soon, he's going to just fade away. I think it'll be harder to bring back Captain America than it would be to bring back Tony Stark, because of the artificial intelligence route you can go with Tony Stark. Hey, Devin S44. Well, okay, it's 5:10. I feel so many more questions and more people have joined. We'll go to 5:15. But don't worry, if you just joined, we're doing this again tomorrow at around the same time. It'll be for the DCEU tomorrow. So don't worry. Once you become a member, you're a member for the month. Gemini said, should Shuri become Ironheart or keep Riri? Don't make that be Shuri, because people don't like the Ironheart character. The Ironheart character never caught on. So don't risk Shuri with that stuff. I think that Shuri should be Black Panther, just like she is in the comics. So give Black Panther one more movie, then on Black Panther 3, Shuri could take on the mantle and then bring back Black Panther somehow. So it's still kind of his movie, but have her do that. That's what I would like to see. Oh, Noel, I'm glad you're excited for tomorrow. Oh, that's a good question, Ari. Will they replace adamantium with vibranium just to keep things simple? That would certainly make Black Panther feel a little bit guilty that his metal was used to torture this poor Canadian. I kind of like that idea. That's a great idea. I would do that. We don't need special different metals. Let's just stick with vibranium. As Kevin Feige says, let's keep it simple. And then Black Panther would be like, somebody stole my vibranium and used it for the Weapon X program. I think that'd be great. Remember how great that Weapon X teaser was in X-Men Apocalypse? I remember the recent X-Men movies, and Wolverine came out, Hugh Jackman came out with the whole thing on his head, just like in the comics. That was so great. When do I want to see the X-Men, Arjan? As soon as humanly possible. Because I love them so much. Just give them to me. That's funny, Destiny. ScarJo is Storm. I think she couldn't be that brazen. Ice Hulk says, Grace, it's my birthday today and I just joined. Happy birthday! I just want an established X-Men team, no young X-Men. Agree. I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. I don't want any more high school characters. I don't even want Peter Parker in high school anymore, quite frankly. His first 2 high school movies were adorable, but I'm done with that. I don't want to do it anymore. So, and I can see maybe having the X-Men be teenagers because in the Ultimate Spider-Man, the X-Men were contemporaries of Peter Parker, and that worked out really well. And so I could see them wanting to do that. And of course, they started out in their own comics as teenagers. But I'd be really upset if they were teenage X-Men. Like, really upset. Like, it's hard to say how upset I would be. It would be substantial. But I'd still watch it. William Gist says, hi Grace, do you think Zendaya's MJ will go full Mary Jane personality-wise in the 3rd film? Zendaya's red hair looks really good. She does look really great as a redhead. I love her take on Mary Jane, though, and MJ. I think she's a great character. My only concern now is that the romance part is over, like the will they, won't they. It's hard for characters to get past the will they, won't they moment when they become full couples. It happens all the time in movies and TV. Very difficult. But if anyone can do it, I think it's Tom Holland and Zendaya. But I just want to see her keep having a really great role in those films. I just think Zendaya's been fabulous in those movies. I'm a big Zendaya fan. That's right, Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm glad we slowed it down so we could see your Thor 2 sucks comment again. That's fantastic. It does suck. Let's see here. I like that you didn't want to ask questions, Godzilla vs. Kong, but you wanted to put just comments going by in the comment section. That's a good use of the comments. I like it. Lucas says, Grace, how would you cast Taron Egerton and Ana de Armas in the MCU? I don't know about Ana de Armas, quite frankly. Taron Egerton, I've seen some people want him to be Wolverine. I feel he can do anything. Taron Egerton's a very talented actor. And he did star opposite Hugh Jackman and Eddie the Eagle, which is a phenomenal film. But yeah, I just don't think, I think we could do different. I just think Taron Egerton's too much like Hugh Jackman for Wolverine. I want a gruffer Wolverine. Hairy, beer-chugging little guy. Ruben, tomorrow will hopefully be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or like around that time. No later than 4:30. All right, it is 5:15. I must go make my Ip Man 4 review. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was so nice to talk to you guys about the MCU, and tomorrow we'll do the exact same thing about the DCEU. Oh, we'll have a great time. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember, if you're a member, every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. is the call-in show, where members can call in on Skype. They can be eligible for me to call them, and then they can talk to everybody and be a guest on the show. All right, see you, everybody. Bye. Goodbye.